Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about?
In a recent revelation that has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, 50 Cent has released a list of rappers who allegedly had intimate relationships with music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The revelation, which has sparked a flurry of reactions and controversy, underscores the often tumultuous and secretive dynamics within the industry, as fans and critics alike dissect the implications of these claims. The incident highlights the ongoing tension and drama that frequently accompanies the lives of high-profile figures in the rap world.
Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we could just hang out. And he was like, why don't we like go shopping? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, this just saying.
Every day, 50 Cent seems to uncover more damning evidence against Diddy, revealing that the music mogul's public persona might not be as angelic as he portrays. In his latest bombshell, 50 Cent alleges that Diddy slept with certain rappers to boost his fame and fortune, even going as far as to name names. These recent allegations have cast a shadow over the music industry, notorious for its cutthroat competition and deceptive practices. The billionaire mogul is now under fire as more individuals step forward, accusing him of exploiting and manipulating artists. Some claim Diddy used coercive tactics to pressure artists into signing contracts with questionable content, alongside disturbing accusations of exploitation and financial manipulation. While the specifics of these contracts remain unclear, the overall situation is undeniably troubling. The music industry has long been mired in accusations of engaging in shady dealings, with countless stories of artists being exploited. This issue was recently brought into the spotlight by comedian Dave Chappelle. Chappelle discussed the predatory nature of the entertainment business, particularly how it exploits musicians through the use of complex legal jargon in contracts. According to Chappelle, these contracts are intentionally crafted to be convoluted and opaque, making it nearly impossible for artists to fully understand the extent of what they are surrendering when they sign. Chappelle's insights underscore a systemic problem within the industry, where artists, especially those just starting out, often find themselves at the mercy of savvy executives and lawyers. These young musicians, eager to seize opportunities and launch their careers, can quickly become entangled in agreements that strip them of creative control and financial rights. The contracts frequently contain hidden clauses that can lead to significant financial losses, prolonged contractual obligations, and a lack of autonomy over their own work.
To use your name and likeness in perpetuity throughout the universe, who the could possibly know what that means?
This situation is particularly troubling because many of these musicians are young and inexperienced, lacking a comprehensive understanding of the business intricacies involved. Dave Chappelle emphasizes that a significant number of newcomers in the industry unknowingly agree to these questionable contracts. This vulnerability stems from their trust in established industry figures who offer assurances and seemingly promising opportunities. These young artists, eager to find financial stability and escape from their current circumstances, can easily be deceived by false promises. The allure of fame and success, combined with the pressure to seize what appears to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, can lead them to overlook the fine print and potential pitfalls hidden within these contracts. This exploitation not only hampers their creative freedom, but also often traps them in financially disadvantageous situations for years.
But I signed the contract the way the 28-year-old expectant father that was broke signs a contract. I was desperate. I needed a way out.
A similar fate befell one of the Bad Boy Records artists, Lil Jerome. Originally named Stanley Jerome Childers, Lil Jerome hails from Akron, Ohio, and entered the music industry at the tender age of 9. Over the years, he collaborated with notable artists and producers, including Kelly Price, Mario Winans, Rodney Darkchild Jerkins, Faith Evans, Cheryl Pepsi Riley, the late Heavy D, Ron Grant, and Kelly Price. Jerome's journey began when he was discovered by Diddy and subsequently signed to Bad Boy Records, the record label owned by Diddy. He made his initial musical debut on the Bad Boy compilation album titled Nothing But the Hotness in '98. His presence extended to the soundtrack of the film Belly, where he contributed a cover version of Stevie Wonder's song Never Dreamed You'd Leave in Summer. In 1998, Jerome unveiled his single Too Old For Me. Although the song's chart performance remains unknown, it secured a spot on the Bad Boy Greatest Hits Volume 1-inch compilation album. Following this, Jerome's track, Dear Yvette, was featured on the 1999 Bad Boy Entertainment EP titled Emotional. Another one of his creations, No Disturb Sign, was also released during this period. Despite his early promise and collaborations with high-profile artists, Jerome's career became overshadowed by the same troubling allegations that have recently surfaced about Diddy's conduct within the music industry. Around the age of 13, Jerome parted ways with Bad Boy Records, marking a significant transition in his career journey. In an interview on an unofficial Bad Boy fan blog, Jerome explained his reason for leaving the label. "Well, it's just a mixture of the growing pains and the pressure of the music business. I had a nervous breakdown, and it was in Puffy's best interest to not keep the project." Jerome's debut album was supposed to be released in 2000. However, in the interview on the unofficial Bad Boy fan blog, he shared insights about the album's delay and the circumstances surrounding its release. "Yeah, I had about a good 13 songs ready for an album to come out before I had a little breakdown. Like I said, it was a mixture of growing pains such as my voice and the mental things you go through when you go through puberty and so many other things. And then the pressure of the music business compounded that, and I had a breakdown. I just couldn't deal with it for that time." According to Jerome, he also had issues with his voice. He stated in the interview, "Yeah, the crazy thing was that the time when I started going through puberty and then my voice started acting up, I didn't have a normal voice change. Once my voice started to change, it didn't change normally. I was going through reflux disease also. So, there would come times when I would try to hit notes and nothing come out. So, it was driving the whole label and me crazy because we didn't know what was going on at the time. We first thought it was the voice change, but we realized it wasn't the voice change. I had actually gone through the voice change already. They thought it was allergies. And then, after they realized it wasn't that, they finally realized it was reflux disease." In a past interview with Bad Boy Dog, Lil Jerome shed light on the circumstances surrounding his departure from the label. When asked if leaving Bad Boy Records was his decision, Jerome explained that it was a combination of growing pains and the intense pressure of the music industry. He revealed that he experienced a nervous breakdown, and it was in Puffy's, Diddy's, best interest to discontinue the project. To clarify, leaving the label wasn't his choice, but rather a consequence of challenging circumstances.
And the album just never came out. And eventually I did have a nervous breakdown.
Something else that Jerome mentioned was, "There was a time that I was in the same studio as him, but I never formally met him. I think I saw him once, but I never formally met him. But yeah, I was signed when he was on the label, and I was actually still signed when he died also. It was kind of a sad day for the whole label, and definitely Puffy himself." It appears that Lil Jerome was grappling with reflux disease during that period. There were instances when he attempted to hit notes, but nothing would come out due to this health condition. The entire situation was perplexing for both him and the label, as they were uncertain about the root cause of the issue. When questioned about why he was dropped, Lil Jerome recounted the same narrative, emphasizing the impact of his health struggles on his ability to perform and contribute to the label. Additionally, Jerome revealed that he started undergoing emotional changes, a common experience during puberty. These hormonal shifts coincided with a crucial phase in his career as he was on the brink of releasing his album. Surprisingly, it seemed that Diddy, despite the circumstances, did not show much concern or empathy towards Jerome's struggles, which raised rumors and speculation about the nature of their relationship and interactions during that time. There are also disturbing accounts of how Diddy lured young rappers and exploited them with the help of drugs. Once celebrated for his prowess in music production and artist management, Diddy has seen his reputation increasingly entangled in stories of scandal rather than musical achievements. Recently, his pattern of pursuing young men within the industry has drawn significant attention. Reports suggest that Diddy employs a specific approach, often enticing these individuals into his car under various pretexts, ultimately leading to inappropriate encounters. Allegations against Diddy have surfaced gradually, fueled by testimonies from individuals who experienced his advances. These accounts, combined with mounting evidence and public scrutiny, have contributed to the unraveling of his private conduct, tarnishing his once esteemed image in the music industry. The stories reveal a disturbing pattern of behavior where the allure of fame and the pressure to succeed were manipulated to exploit vulnerable young artists. This revelation has not only shocked fans and industry insiders, but also sparked a broader conversation about the power dynamics and predatory behavior prevalent in the music world. As more individuals come forward, the calls for accountability and reform within the industry grow louder. The unfolding saga of Diddy's alleged misconduct serves as a grim reminder of the darker side of the entertainment business, highlighting the urgent need for protective measures to safeguard young and aspiring artists from similar exploitation.
You will definitely be upset. You will definitely be upset because you will be outdone, motherfucker.
Despite Diddy's public image as a devoted father and family man, recent revelations have cast a shadow over his private conduct, presenting a starkly contrasting picture of the music producer. Allegations have emerged suggesting that Diddy targeted young, heterosexual male rappers, allegedly coercing them into engaging in sexual acts against their will. These incidents, reported in various media sources, depict a troubling pattern where Diddy is accused of exploiting his influence within the music industry to manipulate and pressure vulnerable individuals. The allegations have sparked widespread discussion and scrutiny, challenging the perception of Diddy as a respected figure in both the entertainment world and beyond.
Daddy.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling this.
Recently, rapper Jaguar recounted a disturbing incident involving Diddy and singer Christopher Williams. According to her account, someone unexpectedly walked in on Diddy, catching him in the act of allegedly coercing Christopher Williams into performing oral sex on him.
She walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
It's one thing to engage in sexual acts with doors unlocked, but according to reports, Diddy continued without any apparent concern or interruption.
Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, they didn't stop.
Well, Diddy is a strange man, and strange things turn him on. One of Diddy's favorite things to do is luring straight men into his cars and making them have sex with him. He did the same thing to rapper Method Man in LA. Method Man was sitting in a club in LA when Diddy approached him. Diddy must have been attracted to him because he then proceeded to hit on him in a rather weird way. Instead of inviting Method Man to his place directly, Diddy chose a more unusual approach by sending someone else to trick him into getting into a car. It seemed like a game to Diddy, finding enjoyment in placing straight men in uncomfortable situations. Method Man wasn't the only one to experience such antics from Diddy. Rapper Sibit also shared an unsettling experience. Diddy had invited him out for a good time, which led them to a club. However, it turned out to be an explicit gay club. unaware of the nature of the venue, Exhibit tried to enjoy himself until he noticed the men around him engaging in affectionate behavior. It was only when he saw a man dancing provocatively that he realized Diddy had misled him into attending a gay club. While Diddy has never publicly discussed his sexual orientation, incidents at private gatherings suggest a playful disregard for conventional boundaries. Reports from events involving Diddy, such as Will Smith's parties, suggest he engages in behavior that challenges traditional expectations, prompting speculation about his personal life. These incidents have fueled ongoing discussions about Diddy's approach to social dynamics and his influence within entertainment circles.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird going on.
Even Diddy's former bodyguard admitted that the two men were unusually close to each other.
Pac and Puff was like this.
Carl Thomas, reflecting on his departure from Bad Boy Records, shared a poignant account. He recalled how, just a week after the tragic death of his brother, Diddy called him with a focus on returning to the studio, seemingly overlooking Thomas's grieving process and showing little sensitivity to his personal loss. Diddy has reportedly made advances towards several straight artists in the hip-hop industry, including 50 Cent. Known for his outspoken nature, 50 Cent openly shared the details of his encounter with Diddy when approached by the media.
Puff, okay. He telling me we got a kick in this shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said?
Diddy is known for his practice of taking his romantic interests shopping, a subtle way of indicating attraction and interest in pursuing a relationship. When Diddy offered to take 50 Cent shopping, the rapper was understandably surprised. Fortunately, 50 Cent was already established enough in his career to confidently decline these assertive advances from the hip-hop mogul. Diddy's former bodyguard also shared intriguing anecdotes, including one where Diddy took him shopping at an exotic bookstore. Gene Deal, his bodyguard at the time, initially expected they would be purchasing regular magazines, but Diddy had other intentions. Instead, he bought items more intimate than magazines, like adult toys.
He picked up some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, "Yo, okay." He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said, "But."
Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, also recounted an incident where he caught Diddy engaging in intimate activities with another young rapper in a hotel room. Both emerged from the room wearing only towels, yet Diddy appeared unperturbed by being seen in such a situation and seemed unconcerned about Gene witnessing them together.
Puff got his towel, Jaw grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked.
Some believe that these allegations against Diddy aren't just baseless rumors either. In fact, he has even been questioned by the federal investigators regarding him having S relations with underage boys. Most of these were young rappers he had forced into performing gay S with him because he had the influence to make or break their music careers. And for this, Usher's name has been quite in a stir. In previous years, there were rumors suggesting that Diddy had a purported relationship with Usher during Usher's teenage years. Allegedly, Diddy and Usher shared a bed when Usher was 15, while Diddy was in his late 20s. Despite Diddy's attempts to downplay the situation, many find it difficult to perceive any circumstances in which it would be considered appropriate for an adult like Diddy to share a bed with an adolescent Usher.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and,
This is reportedly why rappers like 50 Cent have criticized Puffy, especially regarding rumors of all-male parties he allegedly organized, which supposedly involved younger men, including incidents that Usher experienced at Flavor Camp. In an interview on The Howard Stern Show, Usher reminisced about his early days in New York City, sharing insights into living with Puff Daddy as a teenager and shedding light on the parties and gatherings at the so-called Flavor Camp. During the interview, Usher hinted at his exposure to the lifestyle without going into specific details. He described the lively nature of these events, expressing uncertainty about fully participating and indulging in them.
Moved to New York City,
and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
During his teenage years, Usher found mentorship from Sean Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, after signing with LaFace Records. Moving to New York at a young age to collaborate with Diddy, Usher blended work with social experiences under his mentor's guidance. In addition to their professional relationship, Diddy introduced Usher to his lavish gatherings, encouraging the young singer to embrace a more daring image. In a 2011 interview, Usher, now a mentor to Justin Bieber, shared insights into Diddy's influence on his career. He acknowledged Diddy's push for him to adopt an edgier persona, noting that while it didn't immediately translate into success with his first album, it laid the foundation for his enduring 18-year career. L.A. Reid, CEO of LaFace Records, also credited Diddy for persuading him to retain Usher on the label during periods of consideration to drop him. L.A. Reid recalled, "I wanted to drop him. I wanted to be out of business with him. I broke his heart. I broke his mother's heart. It was a very tough period in both our lives." He added, "Then someone said to me, 'Don't be a fool. Don't sell your stock in Usher. He's still going to be a star. He's everything you thought he was the day you signed him.' And that person was Diddy." It was also rumored that when Diddy was in his late 20s, he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed at night. Although Diddy attempted to downplay the situation and make it sound less unusual, it's difficult to think of a reason why it would be appropriate for a grown-up Diddy to be sharing a bed with a teenage Usher.
He wrestled off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get him early. Now he's one of the richest stars.
Adding to the significance of the situation is the fact that Usher's parents were completely unaware of the challenges and experiences their child was facing. 50 Cent has listed several rappers who allegedly had intimate relationships with Diddy. The controversial claims have sparked widespread discussions within the hip-hop community, bringing old rumors back into the spotlight and raising questions about the personal lives of some of the biggest names in the industry. As the story unfolds, fans and critics alike are left to speculate on the truth behind these allegations and their potential impact on the careers and reputations of those involved. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.